Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. You know I'm here with my biracial family, Chris and Dion.
Hi, I'm bi. He's racial.
Biracial. He black, you white. Together, y'all biracial.
Oh.
Get it, nigga. Okay. Stay tuned after the music, and we're going to tell you, we found out that Chris is no longer, what you call them people who burn? What are you? The redness?
Ginger.
He's no longer a ginger. He's something else that has to do with oatmeal.
Stay tuned. Recording Chris, I'm trying to comb her damn hair. You don't give a fuck about black women, do you? I didn't realize hitting record on a podcast was racism. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
He only cares about black mermaids, Miss Pat.
That's right. All black mermaids.
If he was a half fish bitch, he would give a damn.
Oh my God. You're not liking me because I'm not a half fish bitch, Chris?
Did you see the mermaid meme that McDuffin made of Dion as the Black Mermaid and Nikea as Ursula? That's when I knew conservatives were right about this casting shit. It was disturbing.
They're going ham on the Black Mermaid. I see. I ain't paying any attention.
They had like 1.2 million down likes on the YouTube trailer, and they just shut the. There's so much racism they turned off the comments.
Good. That's delicious. White people are so mad that they're losing their characters. Somebody had the best fucking thing for that. They said, with as many niggas you threw in the sea, do you really think a mermaid is white? That makes sense. She should be black.
I'm just disappointed you support ginger erasure.
I don't know what that means, but it made sense when they said it. So, get over the mermaid people. A lot of shit is coming back.
I think we talked about this, and I think we talked about it when we were at Helium way back when they announced it. The same shit happened then too.
Anything that you take away from the good old white people in this country that they, what white people don't understand is
no. Years, some white people, most white people don't give a fuck.
Not the people who listen to us don't give a fuck. It's your great granddaddies who gives a fuck. Right. Okay, or the great, and it's not even some of y'all great granddad. Some shit is supposed to be black, or if they should make a character that represent everybody on earth. You see the expression of those little girl face when they see that little black mermaid. It's nothing like seeing something or somebody that represents you.
They did make a character on earth to represent everybody. His name was Jesus, and then they turned him white.
I don't know. There were Chinese Jesuses too. No, it's just like the people who are not going to watch it and don't give a shit. They're going
to watch it. They're going to watch it. My
3-year-old and her biracial friend watched the trailer and they're like, "This is awesome." That's who it's for.
But you have to have people. Some people ain't got no lives. So the best thing they could do is be racist on the internet and go in and be pro-black at work.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard about Dion's work experiences. It doesn't sound like that spreads to work.
Those are the same people.
Fuck you, Chris.
Those are the same people that will go to fucking black rally with you, but at home right now, all that stupid shit on the internet. Because you just never know who a motherfucker is. It's okay. I mean, everybody need a job. So, racists got to have a job too. And their job is to be racist. Let them have an opinion. Who gives a fuck?
I got laid off at the factory. I need a job.
Now
sign up for hating on the mermaids.
Now who's going to do talk radio?
Exactly. So who gives a fuck if they don't like the Black Mermaid? Turn your TV to the White Mermaid. And I'm quite sure little Mexican kids and Asian kids are feeling the same. They need to make the mermaid an air character. When they come out with the dolls next year, it should be a character of every race that represents everybody. And it just shouldn't be Jesus, Dion.
No, I agree.
It should be whatever. I mean, you know what's kids are not racist. Racism is taught. We already know that. I'm in the airport every day. You know how many beautiful kids, white kids that I see that has black baby dolls? Their parents didn't pick up that doll. That child innocent picked up that doll because that's what they like. You're taught that child that doll is different.
That's why they get rid of abortion.
Huh?
I said that's why they get rid of abortion.
Why?
Because little white kids are picking black people. Ain't gonna be no more whites left.
Oh, it's gonna be plenty of whites left.
You let them tell the story, all the white people gonna be gone.
Like, it makes sense.
I may have to adopt someday. I can't count.
But it's okay. We need the races to be in the world. Without them, we wouldn't have no racism to talk about.
It's just, every week now, it's Lord of the Rings, it's Game of Thrones. It's just get over it.
What's wrong with Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones?
They have a black character, and the same suspects, Matt Walsh and all of them are mad. But it's like, like Disney. Matt Walsh, I'm not even going to get into it. He's a Republican commentator who makes a living off of stirring up this bullshit.
But the thing is, you had 10 million people watch that from all nationalities. Nobody gives a fuck about Matt Walsh. So let him feed, he gotta feed his family. So he got a group of people that listen to him that talk bullshit. It ain't us, but some people want to hear that bullshit and they can't get it if they come to the Pat Down or any other place. So they have to get it somewhere. So everybody need their fix. It's like buying a certain type of pussy on a certain type of corn. You know what I'm saying? Did that make sense?
Corn.
Who knew Miss Pat was a capitalist racist? Free market for everybody.
What are you? Have been hanging out with Owen Benjamin? Coming up on a Anthony Camilla's show, Miss Pat.
I don't know who the fuck that is, but you gotta let them have their little space too. Don't be racist, nigga. You're spending all that good energy when you could have built your dog a doghouse.
That's right. Representation matters.
Yeah. All that energy you build on worried about there's a black mermaid, you could have built like a really nice luxury doghouse for your motherfucking dog.
When we were in the Dominican last year in December, this guy was showing us pictures of his 8-year-old daughter's birthday party, and she was Moana. And he said she loved Moana because she looked like her. She lived in a tropical place. She had black skin. Like, she loved Moana, dresses like Moana all the time. And I'm like, why would I not, like, as a white person, we've had Cinderella, you got Frozen. Like, why wouldn't you want other people's kids to have, the same sort of recognition? Because
they don't want you to have that good feeling. They don't want all black babies to have that good feeling. See, they thought niggas couldn't swim, and bam, a black mermaid appeared. So now they all pissed the fuck off. And that mermaid got locks in her head.
Quisha doing hair under the sea.
I'm like, who been doing this bitch locks down there?
Did you see that?
Nemo been doing the mermaid hair?
Did Quisha catch the criminal? She posted the video of some criminal.
Oh, Quisha would catch Jesus stealing. Yeah, she called him.
So she posted on her Instagram a video of this woman coming in and basically stealing a wig from her daughter. And she alerted the FBI. She dug up J. Edgar Hoover, put him on the case.
She put Martin Luther King on the speech, Malcolm X on the road, Al Sharpton on the food.
Al Sharpton on the food. Just end up with vegan shit now.
If somebody don't tell Al Sharpton to eat something, nigga, eat something. That nigga chest on caved in. I get asked, I gotta take thin for the young bitches. That That nigga look like a big ink pen. I'm like, Al, you gotta eat something, nigga. Fuck is wrong with you? Eat something, nigga. That nigga suits. He look like he done throw away them old suits. He look like he brought them down to his new size.
He's wearing his Tawana Burley suit.
I know them the same suits because of the button. Those are fat people buttons on his suit. Them buttons are for niggas built like me, not you did. Little niggas got little buttons like that on their suit. This nigga got buttons like this. I said, no, nigga, that's the old suit you got. You got to tell him to split the buttons in half. Them are plus size buttons on a small nigga suit.
Dion can afford plastic buttons.
See, I told you. You see the plus size button. They transferred them over there. You see, they even sewed the hole up on that jacket because the button hole was too big. He looked like when he was fat, he looked like he played on the Titanic. He like he's standing at the end of the boat right there.
You know who he looks like?
Mr. Mackey is who he looked like.
Like Nikea.
He sure do look like Nikea. Look at him. That's that same suit. They done dyed it and fixed old buttonholes.
I know we got to talk about the Emmys, but the best thing on social media this week was you and Nikea on a trampoline. Did you?
I did not see that.
You didn't see Nikea jumping on a trampoline about 4 inches high?
That was old too. It popped up in my story, so I posted it.
I'll find it real quick. Oh,
that was so much fun. It took everybody to get me up out that goddamn trampoline.
Remember that time we were in Phoenix and you tried to ride the bull?
Oh my God.
Oh, please tell me there's video.
No, that nigga threw
there
that
was, but it was in my old phone.
It'll probably pop back up.
No, it was in my old phone. I didn't post it or anything. I don't have that phone anymore. So the video's gone. But that shit was funny. We went to we was at the House of Comedy, and then after the show, we went next door to this bar, and they had like a mechanical bull. We was all hanging out. This was before you was even drinking, Pat. You were like, I want to ride. You couldn't even get on the motherfucker.
I could, nigga. And shit, them always spraying my legs. I heard so many creaks and cracks, and nigga, it sounded like a nigga was opening a U-Haul truck, the back. It sounded like an accident was happening. And somebody was sliding on brakes.
Oh, I can't find it, but
I had to open my motherfucking legs that high. I think it took like 9 niggas to get me on that bull. And once turn, the bull slung me the fuck off. I don't fuck no bull. And cause you know I'm 50 now, so when you open my legs too wide, they sound like doors on old cars. Gas come out. The hardest thing about getting old is not being able to control your gas. You know, like you be want to hold it, but it's so painful.
I go to Pilates and it's all these 80-year-old women and they fart the whole time. They stretch themselves, they open up their legs, they do exactly what you're talking about.
Nigga,
and
you cannot, you know how some people can catch their fart right at the crack of their ass and bring it back when you're younger.
You got sphincter control.
Yeah, you can catch that fart right when it's about to rip it. You suck it back, your booty hole suck it back in. Nigga, ain't no suck back in when you over 50. That booty hole, it just let you be like, damn, ass, right here. Right here, right now, asshole. You just gonna do that shit to me, asshole? No, asshole. So it just really rough. Like I used to couldn't understand when my dad used to say, I got a shit. What the fuck? But now I understand. I found myself yesterday, whoa, we at Jazz. I kept saying, hurry up, nigga, I got doo-doo. I got doo-doo. Pussy ass nigga, I got doo-doo. He's at Waterburger. Like, this shit don't make no goddamn sense. The motherfucking lie so good. I wasn't eating Whataburger. I was eating a fucking salad. But nigga, I had the shit so fucking bad. And you know, when you old and you got a doo-doo, that shit start punching you in your motherfucking lower gut like you in a fucking boxing match. And you can feel whatever trying to get out of you and say, fuck you. I don't care if you is sitting down, I'm coming out. You feel all of that. When you was young, you could change your mind and your shit will go away. You ain't do that no more.
You can't change your mind no more.
Your booty hole changed your mind back.
What are you eating?
Bitch, I got shit.
Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
I didn't understand why my daddy used to carry on like an asshole. Like, that's daddy. You can't be saying you got a shit out in public like that. Now that I'm fit up, like, I got shit. When you know you getting old. You know you getting old. You don't give a fuck what you say or how you say it. And that's me.
Please write that into an episode. The whole episode where you will have to shit the whole episode, but you can't.
Yeah. And ain't nothing like constipation when you get a certain age. Oh, you've been so constipated, your kneecaps swell up.
I'm very regular. I shit morning and night.
Nigga, one time my kneecaps were swollen up. And the doctor told me to rub it so the bowel can move.
What? This is Dr. Nick from The Simpsons? Using Elvis as a doctor? Doctor, you going to?
She got her hands up on her knees and her bows on her thighs. She got a shit.
Man, you get a certain age, I'm telling you, there's so much shit cracking. I was talking to this lady on stage. I said, you know, back in the day, you could walk around with no underwear on. That's why I don't understand how people over 50 walk around with no underwear on. Nigga, I would be leaking. Like, shit would be following me down the street if I didn't have on no underwear.
Your asshole's Chernobyl.
Chernobyl, the Notre Dame, what is it damn?
The Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam.
Not Notre Dame. That's the church.
What the fuck is
it did catch on fire a few years ago.
That's what I thought about, Dion. And then I was like, I think she thinks it's a dam. And you lived for 15 years, 2 hours away from Notre Dame.
The dam can't catch on fire. It's water.
It did, though. Hoover Dam caught on fire like a month ago.
What happened to it?
It was just some sort of battery burned up or something.
Yeah, it was an electrical fire.
There was.
Did the fire fall in the water?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. I can show you video here.
Nope. Did you see that Chinese building that was on fire for like 25 minutes yesterday?
Yeah, what?
What
it was in China.
Chinese weather reports or what?
Dude, you know my Twitter is wild, right? So there was a apartment building caught on fire, or I don't know if it was an apartment building. It was a giant building in China. The whole fucking thing was just on fire. And all these Chinese people were saying shit in Chinese. I had no idea what they were saying, but let me see if I can go find a video for you. Hold on.
I ain't see that shit.
Yeah, here. Holy shit. Hold on.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's what the fuck?
The whole damn thing.
That's like 9/11.
That what it looked like?
This
so
video,
I'm glad you said that, Chris, because then the 9/11 conspiracy theories underneath the Twitter feed went ham.
Of course. Yeah. This is USA Today. Flames engulf skyscraper in China if you want to see it. Man.
Yeah. It was burning for like 20 minutes. They're like, how come that building didn't fall down?
It's China, nigga. China got the smartest shit. It's like they make their people work all day long, all night long to come up with new shit. Like I saw this thing that I was like, I gotta order this. I need it. Like you take your wet umbrella and you bring it in the house, and it's this whole compartment thing you stick it in.
Okay, look at this. Look at this billboard. I saw this in
No.
China yesterday. Look at it. This is a 3D billboard for Nike in China,
Mm-hmm.
and it moves. It's the Nike Dragon 3D billboard in China.
Yeah.
How the
If we
fuck
had
a
that
dragon gonna wear Nikes? They don't got feet.
I don't. How'd they make the sign move?
If we had that, niggas be trying to ride the motherfucking dragon. See, China whoop them people. We don't whoop our people. We just put them in jail.
They're
You
still
will
in.
see-
They're still in COVID lockdown.
Who?
China. Certain parts of China still are locked in their apartments. 3 years.
No,
later.
I've been ordering eyelashes and shit from China. They working.
It's a big country.
Fuck you, man. I just got some eyelashes from China. The fuck are you talking? What's
I
so
didn't mean the whole country.
I don't know what's funny.
I don't know why it was so
I'm
funny.
gonna tell you, if you place an order, it's on the way, nigga.
Unless it's a refrigerator.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my fucking refrigerator. Oh my God, it's been a year now. So, what else was been going on with me? Just a lot of traveling. Y'all make sure y'all come check me out. I am in, where am I?
North Carolina?
I'm in Texas. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. All the shows are sold out. Thank you so much for Raleigh for showing y'all fucking ass. All the shows there was sold out. Cleveland, I'm on my way when? The 29th and the 30th. I need y'all to show y'all ass and sell out all of those shows too. I want to appreciate y'all. Oh my God, I've been having so much fucking fun out here. I'm really putting together my new hour. I'm gonna sit down and take some stuff away and add some stuff and really make it strong. And I'm excited. I'm excited about this new hour. It's mostly about my daddy, you know, me getting to know my daddy for the first time because I didn't really know that nigga. And so I'm excited to talk about a little bit something different. And I'm talking about the welfare to work program that I went through, which is interesting because I never really talked about that on stage. So I'm building this new hour that I think when it get really, really tight, people are really gonna appreciate it.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just Go ahead.
I'm just having fun. That's what I was gonna say.
I just said I've been teaching writing classes. We had our graduation show this past Wednesday. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I thought they were gonna bomb their ass off, but they all did pretty good. I was like, I don't think they're ready, but they showed their asses on Wednesday and it was a really good show. I was so proud. I was like, oh.
And how many people came out?
It was about 25. It was in the upstairs room. So it was small. It was like family and friends. And one of the ladies was 69 years old, just starting comedy. Sweet old Nancy. And she kicked ass. I was so happy for her.
What are you teaching?
It was stand-up writing, just stand-up writing, how to structure jokes and how to tag jokes and make jokes better. That's basically what the class was about.
Because people all the time are like, how do I get into stand-up? How do I get into stand-up? I'm like,
Get the fuck on stage.
Yeah, just go. I'll tell them to message you.
Don't do that.
Gone on twice. Don't ask me.
I've had so many fucking messages from people that you have sent to me, Chris, that if I see you in person, I think I'm gonna slap you like I'm gonna do McDuffin.
I'm actually putting when my house is done, I'm putting a nice podcast. I have built the whole studio, but there might be a change of mind. But I'm putting
We're canceled, Dion. We're canceled.
Huh?
You're not building the podcast studio. What are you canceling us for? What are you building instead?
No, I don't know. But it's gonna be a nice podcast location. And I can't wait because we're gonna do like a grand opening. So y'all don't have to see us like this anymore for a while. I get the guys to come to Atlanta like twice a month, and we get together and put something in the banks, and so we could look like a whole podcast, especially when we got good interviews. Because I would like to. I've run into a lot of people, and I would like to start talking to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's good. You finished your first class. I was wondering too, boy. I was like, these people gonna eat hot dick and Dion gonna have his head down, gonna cut his wrist. Want to drink a Corona. He don't know what to do when they get up there and get. But you know, that was their friends and family too. Did anybody win a hosting gig at the club?
Not that I know of. I haven't done any follow-up with the club as far as what they're going to do with the students. But I was surprised because a couple of the students had changed their sets midway through the week. And I was just like, what are y'all need to stick with it just because you have one bad week. Because I told them, you know, during the week, try to find an open mic to keep working on it. And some of them would go up, not do well. And then when they would come back to class, they were like, this didn't work. And I'm like, well, why didn't it work? Were you doing it this way? Were you doing it that way? Whatever. And so when the graduation show came, I was kind of worried that a couple of students who had changed their mind near the end of the class, that they weren't going to do well. And, you know, I'm a tough critic on stand-up comedy, but they all did pretty fucking decent considering how much time they had to, because they started 6 weeks ago, most of them, on the material that they did in the class. And so for them to do 5 to 6 minutes, I was impressed. I was like, you know, they're not ready to work or anything, but they have a solid foundation. I was very proud of that. Just
now, when you put it together. This class, do you have a blackboard? Do you stand up with a podium? What does it look like when you're teaching the class?
No. So I would have them get on stage and I would just say, pick a topic and then start talking. And I would take notes for them. And then the other members of the class, we would pitch them ideas. What do you guys think about this? What should they add? What should they take away? That sort of thing, just to see where everybody was at. And then we spider webbed premises. So I was like, you know, your first joke should be something personal. So 1, nobody can steal it. 2, you know it better than anybody else. And 3, you'll have an attachment to it. And so they all picked things that were personal to them. And then we just workshopped it that way. And it, for the most part, it went good. A couple of the students didn't feel comfortable after they really started getting to the emotions of it. Like the woman who was married to the crackhead, like she just wasn't, she thought she was over it, but as she was writing about it and talking about it, you know, things started coming up that she would remember. Kind of like you, Pat, where you're like, oh, I forgot all about that because of the trauma behind it, some of the shit. So she was like, she's not comfortable. She's not ready. One of the students was a Quaker. And I was like, she was telling me about how.
Who the fuck is a Quaker?
She had to be quiet in church and eat all those oats.
Basically, they like have a church decide who you can marry. Like it's like a group committee. So when somebody wants to marry you, the whole like little community gets together. And if anybody says, no, I don't think y'all should get married, you can't marry that person. And that was the strangest shit I ever heard in my life. Like,
she's still a Quaker. Did she run away?
I think she's still a Quaker. I think she still works at the factory. But I just thought it was crazy that you could be in a relationship with somebody for 10 years and then on your wedding day or the time the person wants to propose, some asshole could be like, nah, and then y'all just done. I tried her to get her right about that, but she wasn't comfortable about talking about it. So.
But see, that's it'll be the great
for them in
5 years.
How did they let her out to be normal if she was a Quaker?
Well, they're not Amish. I think. Are you thinking like they're Amish? Like Quaker people are like around.
It's not. Yeah, it's they're their own little.
So what happened? She got married. Did nobody want?
She is married. She got married, but she was talking about somebody else in the community, and I was just like, tell me more, because it was some interesting shit I had never heard of. Because I don't know any fucking Quakers. But she didn't want to talk about it. I think she would get in trouble with the Quaker community if they found out she had some of the views.
They won't kick her ass. Well, there's no violence that's gonna happen. They won't hit her.
What they gonna do? Hit her with a fucking buggy?
Nah, they.
Now, what's funny about Miss Pat? Miss Pat lived in Plainfield, Indiana, which was where the National Quaker meeting was. It's the Fighting Quakers is the mascot of her kid's school. It's the Quaker capital of the United States, and you learned nothing about the Quakers while you were there.
I thought that was a mascot. I didn't know white people were Quakers. I thought this some shit y'all made up so y'all can have a fighting Irish leader.
No,
I don't fucking know.
It was actually people. They were really big abolitionists, and they fled North Carolina because of slavery and settled in Indiana and founded Plainfield, and then founded.
They white. How the fuck they ran from slavery? They white.
And then they
didn't want to be owners.
They were morally opposed to it, and then came up here and set up the Underground Railroad. The Quakers were huge.
Oh, they didn't want to be owners.
They didn't want to be paying taxes to an evil government.
I'm a Quaker in that regard.
Yeah.
Me too.
But they're also pacifists, so they like don't go to war or fight or anything, which is why.
No, but it's one of those things where, you know, if you speak out against the community, they treat you like a leper, you know, the Scarlet Letter.
So what did they
thing.
do about her being a comedian?
I don't know if they know.
Who came out to support her? Nobody?
Just her husband.
I didn't know Quakers were like that. They're usually pretty liberal.
So let me ask you something. So is Quaker the white people who tie their shoes real tight?
What?
Nigga, what does that even mean?
You see white people with their shoe tied real tight, like they got to run from the police. And them Quakers.
How did that association take your head? What? How did you get there?
Because I want to know who them white people are. What them
nerds.
Them the white people I'm curious in with the double knot tie shoe real tight, like they look like blood pressure cups around their ankles. Are them Quakers?
You know what? Go fuck yourself. Because I have my shoes double tied. My Brooks look like hospital shoes.
What do you call the white people?
You got this.
No, not like that. I'm talking about they tied so tight they about to break the string. You ain't never seen them white people. And I'm sitting there like, I know you in pain. I know you can feel that shoestring choking out your fucking ankle. Are them Quakers?
She never wore shoes with laces, so I couldn't tell you.
We need to discover them white people with the tight shoes.
Somebody's got to write in and help illuminate this, because
who is the white people with the extra tight shoestring like they run from the police for a living? Because I've seen niggas tie their shoes up before they take off running. You know, it's for balance, speed, make sure your shoes don't fall off your feet. But white people who can't run just got their shoe tied for no reason. I'm thinking as a black person, damn, we can't have shit. They don't tuck the shoestring tying tight from us.
You don't tie your shoes?
Nigga, she can't.
Oh, yeah. That's what Jasmine's for.
And I appreciate you so much, Jazz, for taking that job.
Not real tight. You ain't never seen people who take out their shoes and the shoestring mark on the top of their feet?
Yeah.
Them white people. Who are they?
I'm kind of one of those people. I like my shoes tied tight.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
They're Spanglers.
I
That's who they are.
You can personally attack right now. Double knotted shoes tied.
You're not alone. You're not alone, Spangle. When
I went to the
kid,
gym.
I used to tie my shoes super tight too.
I went to the gym today and I was on the treadmill and they felt like they were coming off.
You had to have your shoes tied tight when they white daddy catch you in how fucking this white.
I didn't have sex till I was 20. What are you talking about? I just hop in my car and roll out.
Oh my God, this has been a funny ass episode. Do I miss you guys? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Make sure y'all catch me in Indiana. I will be there for one night only. Me, Dia Hughley, along with Lil Duval and Ricky Smiley. What's the date?
September 24th.
September 24th. We're gonna be at the Marat for 2 shows. Get your tickets because it's almost sold out. I cannot wait to be coming to my second home. And with that said, Chris, stop. I finally figured out your race. You a fucking Quaker.
I'll take it.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of The Pat Down. Make sure you check out my website at misspatcomedy.com for all of my social media, my tour dates, my book. Make sure you spread the word about my podcast. Please rate and review. Please rate and review and share. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I've been Miss Pat.